Hey community, good morning to yins out there. I'm out here on my walk by the Ohio River. It's beautiful. Sorry about this wind. My goodness, I hope it doesn't show up as super windy on the audio. But today, well actually yesterday, I wanted to do the video and then I got super sidetracked and God had to get me all the way together this morning in quiet time because I had gotten off track with some things in my life, and I had to get back on the wheel. And guess what? It don't take much for me to get back on because that conviction is real, at least for those who are in touch. All right. So I listen when I am prompted, and so and really it was about alignment, right? Like I said, I was off track on a couple of things, and I had to get my rims, my wheels put back in alignment. And here's the crazy part. I totally forgot about it because I pulled out the Charger for the summer. So I totally had parked the Mini Coupe in the driveway and totally forgot. I went and got new tires because I completely ran the tread away. I think I told y'all about that, not knowing. And they were Pirelli tires. So first of all, I was real messed up about that. Run flats, okay, expensive tires, because the wheels were out of alignment due to these Pittsburgh roads because they're trash. Okay, I know who out there be struggling with these potholes. I'm paying all these taxes. I need somebody to be on these roads. You know what I'm saying? So they completely like jacked my wheels up. And not only did it jack the wheels up, when the guys put the new tires on there, they're like, we're just going to put it on the back and you'll have to go to somebody who specializes in fixing them. Now, mind you, mine are aluminum alloy, so they're already super flimsy material, so to speak. They're not steel. They're not like fortified. So I was already like trying to get my mind together that I was going to have to buy brand new wheels. And in this season, I was like, odds, because I don't have it to do. And come to find out, found this guy in Carnegie, PA. Listen, because
time 18 minutes 54 seconds. Distance 1 mile. Average pace 18:54 per mile.
Blah blah blah. He showed me all his stuff. I was like, oh, okay. Because when I get on the road with this tires, I'm like, my whole car is wobbling. And that's how your life is when you get off track. You're completely out of alignment. You're wobbling, but you're trying to ignore it because you're like, I'm not trying to pay that cost. I'm not trying to, do what needs to be done in order to get back on track. But sometimes you just got to bite that bullet, okay? So yesterday I was talking about we got to quit quitting. And once you quit quitting, you got to just be like, you got to bite it and say, the line is the line, the standard is the standard. And if you are out of alignment, you have to get back where you need to be, back in tolerance, okay? And he was explaining to me the process and what he did. And that just was so good to me. And I was like, man, I feel like that's where my life was. And God was just showing it to me in my little car. And we got back on track. When I tell you I got in the car, but he got done, smooth sailing, okay? I don't have no kind of wobbles and all of the things. And I'm right back where I need to be. And that's how I felt this morning after I mind dumped, after I talked to the Lord about where, I've gotten off track with some things. I immediately felt a weight come off, and I immediately felt like God was like, that's all you needed to do was acknowledge you're wrong, acknowledge where you got off track, grasp it, okay, bite the bullet, and go on and move forward. And that's where I'm at. And he told me this morning that it's buckle season, okay? Now that's for me. I'm not saying that's for anybody else, but for me it's buckle season. And if you think about a buckle holds you down. A buckle has holes in it where you can tighten and tighten and tighten until you get to a point and it holds you down. And he's letting me know it's buckle season for me. And so I'm in a tight place in all things, finances, my life, my regimens, my discipline, my consistency. I'm in a tight place. Like I'm on the last hole on the belt. I have no more room to try to have any kind of leeway. He's like, nope, you went after your health, you don't went after your marriage, you don't went off after this career, this source that you used to have, and now I'm it. And now he's buckling some more. He done went to the next hole, and I'm like, woo, it's tight out here, Lord, it's tight. But he like, it's fine, because I got you. And so I just want to encourage you all on today that don't ignore the wobbles. Don't ignore the cost that it's going to be in order to correct the issue. Don't keep foregoing the opportunities because you like, I ain't trying to do it, and it's gonna be too much, and I'm gonna be frustrated, and I don't know how it's gonna work, and blah 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 blah. Right? We can come up with all the excuses, but the bottom line is this: if you want to achieve your goals, if you want to get going in the direction that God would have for you to fulfill your destiny, to become who He would have you to become in this season, this is what we got to do. And so the last piece. So as I was sitting waiting for my car to get done, I was on Amazon putting my books into my link tree for my book recommendations, and I saw the name of this book called The Ministry of Time. And when I tell you, I got so excited, like, okay, I might have to look at this. Y'all, why was it a romance novel? Like a Traveler's Wife 2.0. But I want to tell you that title, The Ministry of Time. Listen, God is calling some of us, most of us, if you are aware, into the ministry of time. To be aware of the season that you're in, to steward your season well, to do what you need to do while you are given the opportunity to do so. Because time does not go on and on and on forever. We got to remember, God created time for us. He is a boundless God, okay, a limitless God. And it is important that we take hold, lay hold, as our Apostle Paul would say, of the things that are in front of us and press toward the mark of the prize of the high calling, which is in Christ Jesus. And so I leave that with you today. Be ministers of time, right? Steward your time well. If you know that there's a misalignments, correct them, pay the cost. It is what it is, and bite the bullet, because it is ever more important in this season that we make it and finish the race. All right, I'll talk to y'all soon as I complete my walk.